Lillia!
I'm from the country.
It is what it is at this point. We're gonna make the money we're gonna make. Selling vintage at a sewing conference has been absolutely one of the biggest challenges that I have ever taken on. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, in part 1, I broke down how I have prepared to go to the Sewing and Stitchery Expo 2025 in Puyallup, Washington. But for the TLDR, basically, it's a lot of time, a lot of money, so much ironing of vintage patterns, and paying USPS a whole lot of money to haul most of that stuff so that I don't have to. But here we are. We are less than 24 hours from finally getting on the plane to go to Seattle. Finally! I honestly felt like this day was never going to come. However, we are here. We are in a good place. We have 4, potentially 5 suitcases, depending on how crazy I get tonight, and a very early flight to get ourselves to Seattle, Washington. So I shall see you in the morning for travel. I've already lost Tina. It's going well. Well, we effectively made it to the airport. Say hi, Tina.
Hi.
So we're here and we are now getting ready to board our plane. We are currently in the big atrium at Orlando because the gate doesn't have air conditioning on, and so it's hot as down there, and I don't wanna. I'm in full Seattle gear already, and I don't have a t-shirt to change into, so... And I'm in full pants and socks, which is not normal for me. So we're gonna sit right here until we absolutely have to go to the gate. Tina came prepared. The snack box you have versus the snackle box she tells you not to worry about. We made it, however. I'm a pretty seasoned traveler, and the landing on that bad boy even made my butt go, woo, I don't know about that. We walked by someone that says there's 65-mile-an-hour wind out there right now, so yeah, that was wild. But we're here, we're safe, we're in Seattle. There's not much B-roll because, well, it would have made everyone sick. You're welcome for your stomach staying in one place, because mine sure didn't. But now we have bags to get, hopefully, and a rental car, and then driving to go pick up 15 boxes of stock from Haley Marie. Go, Tina, go! Y'all, we didn't get any of the shots of the picking it up because I just ripped my entire nails off of my hand. So we're getting some Band-Aids. Yeah, just for now, and then we'll get... I have nail clippers, I can deal with it, but like, just so I don't get blood on everything. And with our minivan acquired, it was off to barbecue. Pete's Barbecue, which is an award-winning barbecue joint that even this gal, who lived in Knoxville, Tennessee for quite some time, absolutely loves.
What is leaking out the backside?
Oh my god, it's so good. Also, look at that cornbread, it's gigantic. Okay, Tina, go for it.
First time.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Hello. We made it. No, I can't help the hum in the background. That's the heating unit. We are safely at the place that we are staying. I am exhausted. Man, oh man. I am very tired, so I think it is now bedtime, and we'll see you in the morning when we get to go and load in and do the thing! Good morning. The light is not doing me any favors today. It's showing exactly how tired I am. I worked until 11:30 p.m. Pacific time on the instructions for my caftan. I did get those done though, so I'm feeling quite good about that. And then, so Aronica had class this morning. Lovely, love that. And the way this driveway is set up, like there was no way that I could park the van like between the house and the fence and also get in and out of it. So unless I wanted to sleep in a van, not really my bag with a whole bunch of vintage in there, I had to not do that. So we parked the van behind the other car, and I'm not a morning person. Don't know if you've realized this. I'm not. My very lovely friend did say that, hey, they are a morning person. They would love to move that for me. And then this happened.
Lillia! I'm from the country.
And yes, unfortunately, inside that mudstery machine is literally all of my stock. All 14 boxes, 3 suitcases, 4 tables, 2 chairs, and potentially a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, every single thing is in that van. There's my van and all my stash of tables and chairs and literally everything. Oh, it's so bright and I'm so pale. In the mud. Now, to my friend's credit, she actually thought that this would be fine because this is her usual driving equipment on the weekends. So, okay, we're here for curveballs, and what do we do with curveballs when they get thrown to us? We roll with how we can. So we've already called AAA. We have the other car so that I can still move some stuff over little bits at a time. I'm just really hoping AAA gets here soon. Then we're gonna go load in because we have to. So, yay, business. Hello?
You gotta pull really.
No, you're also gonna be one of the ones that has a lock. Yeah, it is. Has a lock. And while we finished loading in, Lillia took care of the gunky situation.
This is one of those funny, not ha-ha, funny I'm gonna have a breakdown. They're currently power washing the mud off. This is something we're all gonna giggle about later, I promise, but right now, it is what it is. It happened. Oh! God bless car washes, I'm just saying.
But with the arrival of Haley Murray Vintage, it was then time to go teach. Here we go. Oh, that's... Oh boy. This is what we're working with. And while I set up the kit choices for the class, I did ask for more tables as I was needing people to lay out their entire project on a table and just measure, so we needed more space. So, what have you gotten yourselves into today? That's right, this right here, sewing without a pattern. I will say, unfortunately, The UPS, while they did me strong on 14 out of the 15 boxes I shipped here, the one with your trim was not the one that made it here yet. This, however, they're setting up more tables for us so we can move faster. We want that. Thank you very much. We love the tables.
Perfect. Excellent try on time. Amazing. I love it.
Some folks were very quick to move through their projects. I love it. It turned out so great.
Yeah, and this is
While others took the whole class, and yet some hung around until our final group photo. We did it!
we did it!
Everybody, As they are my very first teaching class ever. And they only learned out about that in like the last 10 minutes.
That means we're number one.
That is right! We're number one! Okay, so this is how the booth looks the night before. All the patterns, except for one little tiny stack, is a little messy, but that's okay. We have some stuff that's gonna go in the air tomorrow, like that is gonna be hung from up there. And all the charm packs are ready for new homes. And there's Tina, who did a great job today. And I'm too tired to get my microphone, so I'm so sorry for the crappy audio, but let's, oh mercy. We'll get home and we'll talk about what happened today. Hello. I'm exhausted. This is what we're getting. So, upsides to today. The class went spectacular. Everything was lovely, everyone was lovely, and we all mostly walked out with completed caftans, or at least caftans that were close enough that you could run them home with just a few seams. So I feel like that is a win for my very first class ever. And then went back to the booth, and because Haley and Tina are frickin' spectacular, the booth looked so good. It looked so good. So all I had to do was some final touches and get it to the point that we could like basically walk away and feel okay if someone started immediately shopping at 8:30. So it's been a day. And while I was teaching, we moved out of the Airbnb, and by my I didn't do a dang thing. I was teaching people, and Veronica and Lillia went and packed up all the stuff out of the Airbnb because it was effectively unsafe to live in because there was sewage in the front yard in the form of a lake, allegedly. And, well, there were holes in the ceiling, water damage everywhere, smelled like mildew, generally not great. Oh my gosh. So now we are in the glorious Hampton Inn and Suites, which miraculously still had rooms, even though the Fairfield, literally next door, does not. Which is why I'm in my pajamas, which is why I'm going to bed, because I will be there at the crack of 8:30 tomorrow to try and finish up some of the, just the little setup stuff that just needs to get done before doors open at 9:30. So have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. The next morning we started off with a raucous continental breakfast, and most importantly, Tina found her missing tea.
I got my tea. So excited.
She found it in her boot of all places. And since Lily had taken point on the van, I took point on acquiring the rice. My thoughts on going to Walmart. That was for her chicken project that she taught later on in the expo. The bag has been secured! Haha! We made it!
Yay!
Tina, Tina, we're open. Are you ready?
We're open.
We're open. Let's go. But I didn't have long until my only sold-out course of the expo began. And in proper me fashion, I forgot my adapter back at my booth. Okay. Did I leave it there? No. I opted to run back to the booth to get it. Yeah. Currently I'm very human. I'm probably the color of the inside of this dress. That's on. Cool. Sorry, the question was, as I have gotten larger, is the answer always to just cut it on the side and open it up? The answer is no. And I think for my first ever lecture course that I did quite well. Even though I probably should have brought along some more physical examples so that folks could actually see what I was talking about and not just have to imagine it. That's on me. If you want to be in the video, wave! Woo! Well, we're almost near the end of day one. We are currently at about 18 minutes till the end of the day. And honestly, we've done pretty well. I'll look with you later on so I can see how we've done, because I have not looked at any totals today. I have been bouncing around from class to booth to, yes, I did eat lunch-ish. It's fine. I had a scone. That's the most important part. So it's been a really great day one. I've loved getting to meet all of you that showed up. It's been so much fun. I'm a little nervous because 1950s has already basically been cleaned in half on day one. So I'm concerned that by Saturday, what am I gonna have left? I don't know. We'll find out, because you never know what people want to buy, right? Right. Let's go grab dinner with Veronica and Lillia, and then we'll look at the numbers together. Listen, we know we look crazy. We just got a shower because I was gross. But I promised you an evening check-in. Today went really great. I want to be very clear. I got to meet so many lovely people that floored me when they told me that I was the only reason they came to Sew Expo. I'm literally floored still right now. I think I said that in the other one. Either way, thank you. Thank you for coming. This has been so much fun. Today's class was great, but the thing you're here for, that's right, the vague money update, because we're not doing the real one to the end, but we'll give you a vague one now. So I wanted to open up my email and look at the Square point of sale to tell you what we made today. Well, Square spoiled that by sending me an email at midnight my time, or no, 10 p.m. my time, as opposed to, I thought it was gonna be midnight. Either way. So I know that we made $1,454.12 on Square today. Now, we have to account for Washington State sales tax, which takes that number down to $1,307.25, which, to be clear, covers the booth fee. We love to see it. Now, there were some cash transactions too. All right, what is our cash total, Miss Tina?
$128.
I thought that was more than that. But okay, so we made $128 extra in cash. So that means our total is just shy of $1,500-ish for day one. I will say by 2:30, it was almost crickets everywhere, not just with me. Like the whole aisles were empty, everything. So I think it's just a weird lull. So for the fact that we did that in approximately 5 hours, except for probably a couple extra sales toward the end, that's not bad. And listen, I'm gonna be very clear. If you showed up between 2:30 and 5:30 and we were talking, I had a lovely time because y'all kept me entertained, because I was like, oh, I'm kind of bored if there's no one around. So thank you all so much. And we will see you on day two, because I physically can't hold my eyeballs open any longer, because 4:30 is a rude hour for anyone to wake up. Now this morning I started my day by trying to film a reel for Instagram, and guess who didn't have time to post it? So here it is. Good morning, everyone. Come with me to get ready to start off day 2 of Sew Expo. And we're all set up. So make sure you stop by booth 305 at Sew Expo and come say hi. And then it was time for the doors to open. Hello.
Hello.
Man, he's got the best ride in the space with his butt out. Tiny butt. There's a little kid that just walked by with the tiniest little plumber crack. It was the cutest thing ever. So it's $39 today, my dear. And then also you get a little free sticker from me, Procrastisewist. It has my website on there.
That. Oh, good, good, good.
So it's rare that I get to see my fabric in the wild.
Table runners, bags. People also will make.
Now we'll get a video so we can see the proper look. But like, it's so
But it would be
good.
something special.
I love it. I love it so much.
So awesome.
Full-size wedding ring.
Give me a good twirl, like a good wraparound. Yes. I love it. And then it was time for a quick social media hangout, which basically involved us just being general goobers, aka our usual selves. And now we can be goobers. Oh God! Oh man! Jesus Christ. Our very effective social media made it that was just us messing around. Now I did have someone who brought by a box of 30s through 70s patterns, which are absolutely spectacular, and I did pay them $50, and yes, I did immediately start to check them in my hotel room because I needed to know what else was in there. Now we did find a few gems.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Ah! Weird pockets. And I even took the time to iron some so we could bring them out to the floor for Saturday. Nightly check-in in my pajamas before I go to bed. So, been working on tushies off and then got those patterns, went to town, decided to look at how much we made. Because today was February 28th, which was the economic blackout sort of in our area. And I was concerned that, small businesses would also get affected. And I feel like we sort of were, because I don't think Friday was as busy as it was last year. However, happily enough, we did crack over $1,000 on credit card transactions. And we were about at $550 for cash transactions. So we actually ended up a little over, I think probably at $1,600 on the day. Now, is that a fantastic Friday? No, not for what I've spent to do this, because that puts us about a third of the way to just breaking even. But overall, it was another really great day. I'm having so many great conversations. I'm changing people's mind about vintage patterns and why they're so small. I'm getting to see everyone. I'm having a good time. So it's still super fun. I'm just a little concerned. So we need Saturday to just knock it out of the park. I would really love to at least break even. That would be spectacular. Pretty pleasantly surprised, and I am very tired, and I believe it is time for bed. Good morning. We're on the cell phone because, woke up at 7 and immediately went into check more patterns mode because that's just where my brain is. So here we are. We're here for day 3. It's Saturday. I have 2 classes today, one at 10 and one at 2, and listen, I can talk. It's fine. But the first one's about vintage patterns. So not worried about that. Actually was more worried about making the PowerPoint to go with the silly thing because I don't need a PowerPoint to talk about vintage patterns. I was like, oh, maybe people would want something in the background. But we're a little late, so I have to go ahead and actually finish setting up now. Tina is here being amazing, writing our labels for our newest patterns. And we are filling up. We now have a $5 pattern box with some 80s stuff that I just don't have bags for, and they're all factory folded. Fabric is still here. 50s is very empty. 20s through the 40s is a little light. It's heavy on kids now, light on adult sizes. The books are pretty the same, and I really need to sell this fabric. That's where we're at right now. Although charm packs are doing pretty good. We've got a hole back there. We've got some short stacks. We're looking pretty good there. And once again, after I was finished setting up, it was time for another lecture. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am that human being in the morning, only after caffeine, don't worry. We're here to demystify sewing patterns, how to find them, how to use them, and how to love them, and no, not like that. Nobody, really? Okay, fine. I thought it was a funny joke. It's okay, I'm wrong sometimes. This was another absolutely lovely class. Wave hi, everybody! You having a good time? I'm having a fantastic time. I'm literally done for one more slide and then call it, because we only have 45 minutes, right?
I also, this for me is really important. And I just finished talking about it with Tamara, but like showing up as who you are, right?
Live there. I hail from Orlando, Florida, and I decided in my infinite wisdom in 2020, with absolutely no job in theater going on anywhere, to decide to market myself on YouTube as a sewing channel. Did I sew before the pandemic? Sure, 10 years before, when I was in college. Okay. This is the fabulous Aronica Beacole.
Hi everyone, my name is Aronica, and I have been sewing way longer than that. Content.
Here we go! Woo! There's Aronica!
Because that's cocktail sauce, and I think
You guys, I think Lillia died and went to heaven.
I did, girl. Listen, I'm about to
do it, rip it.
Oh my god, so good.
Hello. I am once again exhausted. We had a lovely dinner. And I did just count the cash, so I know the cash total for the day is $330. I do not know on this thing right here what the total for the today card was. So let's find out. That's okay. It is what it is. Acknowledging that we're not in the best economy, not ideal. So with the sales tax, it's $11.39 for the busiest day of the thing, supposedly. Here's hoping tomorrow is at least as strong. But yeah, a little bummed because I can't magically make more appear. So I guess maybe I just don't have what people are looking for. I don't know. But all right, now I'm gonna go shower because I'm very, very stinky. Good morning. The hair is out there today, and you know what? We're here for it. So good morning. It is day 4 of Sew Expo, and it is our final day in our little home of 305. So let's show you what we have left. There's still a bunch of kids patterns, but this was very full when we started, but it is now it has room. Still have a ton of trim, lots of belt buckles, couple button cards. There's still plenty of crafts and men's patterns, including this crazy thing and this crazy thing. 80s and 90s has sort of, like we sold some, but this is about the same. However, this was completely full. This was full to the brim. So we still have basically all of our fabrics. The buttons I had forgotten about until yesterday. Then we've got, so 60s did lighten up. This was jam-packed originally, so like there's room. We love that. 50s obviously was the most popular. Hello, this was full. And 20s through the 40s, this whole kids section used to have to be on the side here, so that also did a fair amount. Magazines are looking pretty good. And then we've been able to change out some of these to different patterns because these have sold, these being the most pretty. And the feed sacks have done shockingly well. I mean, not shockingly, but it's nice to know that they moved. So I only have a few feed sacks left. We still have lots of prints and stickers. And after a very quiet Sunday, it was unfortunately time to say goodbye to friends and eat a hot dog that absolutely did not sit well with my system.
So this is my awesome neighbors. They help me out so many times. Say hi.
Hello.
They have all these cool yarns and things. And they have all types of super fun earrings and all types of like spinning and felting roving. And it is so freaking soft. And I love it.
Now, to be clear, the notes had told us very clearly that we were not to pack up until 4 p.m. However, I did notice a few vendors getting a little early start. Well, y'all, that's it. So Expo's done. I'm gonna go get the van so we can finish loading this up and get up to our Seattle hotel so we can relax. Whatever. This is Christina's. Ooh, where are they? And lo and behold, in the van, behind the boxes that had been left behind, was one rogue Lillia sock hanging around. We did it. We managed to load out all of that in 57 minutes. We're not talking about how red my face is. Thank you so much for asking. But yeah, we're all done. And now we're gonna drive up to our second hotel and we're gonna relax and we're not gonna stress about it. And while we did make it safe to our hotel up in downtown Seattle, it was hard not to be a little sad. Because even though I hadn't run the numbers, I sort of already knew what I was going to see. But let's break it down. In the last video, I told you that to date, as of February 4th, I had spent $7,184.89 to make this happen. And I didn't feel like I needed to mention it in the last video, but I'll note it here, that most of these patterns, like 99% of them, came from the Giant Estate sale. So all of those costs have already been recouped, and so I didn't feel the need to add that into my total, as it's something that it would be pennies on the pattern at this point because of the sheer volume that I bought. So my bad for not clarifying that in the last video. But as the 20 days had come and gone, I accrued another $248.23 in more shipping fees and an additional $2,880 in labor costs, which means that my total preparation costs for Sew Expo 2025 is $10,313.12. And I'm not gonna lie, that number is a little scary, because I know for a fact that I made $3,667.92 in credit card transactions once you remove sales tax and fees from Square. And while the cash did get a little wibbledy-wobbledy as far as, the sheer amount of coffee and scones that I required to continue existing at the expo, my best calculation is that I made an additional $1,200 in cash. which unfortunately means that I did not even crack $5,000, which is less than half of what I spent to prepare for Sew Expo. Editing Stephanie here to mention that to help recoup some of these costs, I am actually posting all of them weekly on my website, backroomfinds.com. Each drop will be Friday at 6 p.m. until I have listed every single pattern from Sew Expo on my website. So head on over and check out what's there now. So while I did have an absolute blast getting to meet everyone, I had so much fun talking to everyone, meeting everyone, chatting with people, teaching even. I do not think that financially it makes sense for me to return to Sew Expo for 2026 as a vendor. Because let's be real, unless marketing for the event gets better, attendance goes up, and booth prices get reduced, all of which usually doesn't track for large organizations like this, unfortunately, there is no way for me to make that happen. And while I won't rule out teaching yet, I do think I'm going to try events that are a little closer to home, maybe staying on the East Coast, what an idea, so that I don't have to haul all of the fabric and all of the trims all the way across the country to teach at Sew Expo. And I do want to take a quick moment to thank all of my members on this channel, because without your support, all of these adventures, good and bad, would absolutely not be possible. If you want to join our fun little chaos crew, make sure you click the join button down below so that you too can sew in chaos. We'll see you next time. Bye. Sew Expo 2, there's no script for this, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Really effective.
What is it? The body in motion?
No. You gotta like wiggle.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. Let me make sure I can wiggle the right way.
Yeah.
I don't know how much further down I can go because
if
the way
I
that
go,
the
it'll
arthritis
get
in my
real-
knee is set up.
It'll get real fast.
We can all do the Tina though.
Oh yeah, right.
I've literally
Tina's
been
like-
doing all week. I'm just like, everybody can do the Tina. Come on, do the Tina. Yeah, on your knees.
Oh.
Except Belcher style.
Yeah, Tina Belcher.
Oh, okay. That I didn't.
Not Tina, not my Tina. Oh my god. We're gonna go back and be like, Tina, we did your dance, and she's gonna be so confused.